Hello and welcome back to the David67 Celtic News YouTube channel. This morning's video going to be a scouting video, an analysis video for yet another goalkeeper said to be on Celtic's radar as a Joe Hart replacement. The story started a few days ago and it's persisting in the news, and it's with regards to the potential transfer of a young English goalkeeper, Anthony Patterson, currently playing for Sunderland, to Celtic. Patterson's interesting young goalkeeper, won England under-21 cap, currently 23 years old, will be 24 in a few days' time in early May. And as I said, currently playing for Sunderland in the English Championship. He had a successful season last year in Sunderland's promotion, and it was thought that Sunderland would continue up the leagues into the EPL, but their season has kind of stalled. Patterson, interestingly, has actually been on the radar also for Arsenal and Liverpool as a new number two at both clubs, as it's thought that their current number twos at Arsenal, Ramsdale and Kelleher at Liverpool will be moving on in the summer to other teams, as they no longer want to be a backup goalkeeper and want to get back to number one and be better chance of being the international goalkeeper for their respective countries. And so Patterson apparently has been lined up by Liverpool as a potential replacement for Kelleher, if, as assumed, Kelleher moved on. Kelleher, of course, has been strongly linked with Celtic. However, Liverpool are looking for something, at least 20 million, probably 25, even 30 million for him. And so it does cut down the potential clubs that would have the money for Kelleher to English Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, Bundesliga, etc. Getting back to Anthony Patterson, 6'2.5". His contract with Sunderland actually runs to June 2028, and he officially is listed as a £10 million goalkeeper. However, Sunderland have said that if anybody does want to buy him in the summer, it's going to be 15 million and most likely 20 million to secure his signature and transfer. For that very reason, I don't think he is in Celtic's ballpark, nor is he, in my opinion, anywhere near 15 to 20 million pounds. I don't think he's near as good as Kelleher. I don't think he's as good as Angus Gunn. I think there are dozens and dozens and dozens of more experienced keepers of higher quality out there who will be available for much lower fees, and as is usually the case with any transfer involving English Championship, English Premier League, the fee suddenly gets grossly inflated if there's the slightest sniff of an English Premier League club being in for the player. Just looking at some of Patterson's stats for this year, 46 appearances for Sunderland, conceded 53 goals with 13 clean sheets. He has an average rating of 6.99 out of 10, which is really pretty good. His save percentage is 69%. And over his whole career, 216 games, mostly for Sunderland, a few games on loan also in amongst that. 216 games, 297 goals, and 58 clean sheets. Looking at his stats, He actually does have good stats for catching high balls, punching, and does have, as I said, a saving rating of 69%. However, his stats for passing and with the ball at his feet, both of those are rather poor and in the lower rungs of ratings for goalkeepers in general. So, as is usual with these sorts of videos, I've done a wee extract of scouting video. Full couple of full videos are available of highlights of Patterson, along with a few brief highlights of Sunderland games and interviews with Patterson, and those are all available elsewhere on YouTube if you care to source them. And so, going to be popping in the little highlight scouting reel extract for Patterson, along with the usual copyright disclaimers, and then after that, we'll have a quick chat about what I think about Patterson in general as a goalkeeper, and how well he would be suited to Celtic, even if the transfer fee of 15 to 20 million was the least bit realistic. So. So hopefully you enjoyed that wee 3 minutes or so of Anthony Patterson making some quite spectacular saves. Odd wee bit of him coming for crosses, punching the ball, and also a wee bit of a demonstration of his ability to distribute the ball. Now, Patterson apparently is actually quite receptive to coming to Celtic, and he seems to prefer, if he is to leave to Sunderland, to go to play as the first choice rather than as a backup. And for that reason, there are a lot of stories coming out of Sunderland that he would actually be very receptive to coming to Celtic, with, I presume, the attraction of winning trophies and medals and getting Champions League experience. And also, I wonder whether he also has noticed that Jack Butland at our big rivals Rangers has very much got himself back into England contention by a number of good performances in our league and also in European competitions. So I do wonder whether that's also part of the reason that some people are releasing stories that Patterson's quite receptive and keen to come to Celtic if a suitable fee could be negotiated. Now, my own analysis of Patterson certainly does seem a very agile, acrobatic young goalkeeper. 6'2.5", does actually spread himself very well, very much like Joe Hart, does seem to be able to come out and block attackers, creating a large target to get the ball past. Quick reactions on his goal line. Does recover back to his feet very quickly after he's dived to block a shot. He seems to prefer to stay on his line for crosses and corners and long balls into the box, although he does actually demonstrate good ability to come for the ball and catch it, or come to the ball and punch it. Very little evidence of his ability to cope with the ball at his feet and be the sweeper-keeper role that you need to be at Celtic. And as I said, his stats for passing and for having the ball at his feet are actually quite poor for a goalkeeper. Looking at some scouting reports for Patterson, the main weakness is thought to be more his concentration and more the mental side of things, which is not too unexpected for a young goalkeeper. As I say, 23 going on 24. I think he actually probably is a goalkeeper who will get better and better with time. And was it not for the grossly inflated fee that Sunderland are looking for, I think he would be a perfectly reasonable choice to be a Celtic goalkeeper. As I said earlier on, I think if Celtic had the money for such a goalkeeper, Kelleher would be a much better option. But I think Celtic actually probably should go for one of the experienced goalkeepers coming from Europe, such as Pence or Vetterer or Vasin or Çeker, the Turkish goalkeeper. I think there are quite a number of very good options out there. One of my favourite options is Matty Ryan of AZ Alkmaar, who is both Scottish and Australian and has experience playing in the top level in England and the top level in other countries around Europe. Or Angus Gunn at Norwich, who will be in his last year of his contract starting this June, and may well want to come home to Scotland to further his career at the highest level. So I think there are quite a number of better options for Celtic out there. And certainly, Patterson's not worth anywhere near 15 to 20 million pounds in the current market. So, as always, we'd be delighted to know what you feel yourself, having watched Patterson in video clips. You may have watched him on a regular basis in the English Championship. Doesn't tend to be a league that I watch terribly much myself. Have a wee look at his stats online, scouting reports, etc. And if you wish to, certainly pop your comments and thoughts regarding Patterson into the comment section. If you are new to these videos and you've enjoyed the content and enjoyed the various different types of content on the channel, please do click that subscribe button. And as always, do click the like button if you've enjoyed the video to boost the analytics and distribution of this video. So we'll call it a day there for Anthony Patterson. I thought with his name remaining linked to Celtic, it would be worthwhile doing a wee analysis scouting video, and then we obviously can come back to it if things do get pursued by Celtic. Although at this transfer fee, I can't see it happening. Not because the board are being stingy, just simply he's not worth anywhere near that much money. So, thanks for watching, thanks for listening, a goodbye, and hail, hail.